Today on Co-op for Two, we try Hemispheres, the print and play expansion for Pandemic HotZone. You're watching Co-op for Two. I'm Jesse. I'm here with Greg.
Thanks for having me on your channel.
And we're doing something very unusual today. We're trying Hemispheres.
Noteworthy, though. We constantly gush over Pandemic.
Yeah.
We've never played any of it on the channel. We did make a little promise at some point that we're going to do a whole Pandemic week. That's going to happen, hopefully, at some point. But here we are, yeah.
Yeah, and this is our second try at Hemispheres, and you'll have to watch our full review of the HotZone series and whatever. But this is a weird situation we're doing now, because this is not included in the box, and you need both HotZones, which are over there, to play, and it's 2-player only. It's a very weird, feels different, but here we go.
We'll talk about anything.
There's one important thing I think we should say. We are playing this on the intro level, because it's 2:30 a.m. and we want to just get a quick game of this. So, we're going to walk all over this probably, and it's not the game's fault.
Yeah. I mean, you can add in the modules to make them harder, for Christ, but they're not all that exciting to me. And so whatever.
Yeah. So this is just to give you an idea how it plays.
We've mostly set up, but on camera we're going to do the thing. So we're going to do them at the same time?
Stage. Yeah, sure.
So I've got Amsterdam.
Oh, it's hard to get at some of these here.
Yeah, that's all right.
2 for
Roma.
Washington. 2 for Atlanta. Roma. So we have a shared set of cubes. What happened to Atlanta? That's where we start out.
Helsinki.
Wow, it's all blue for me. 4 blues.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
So these should actually have 3. The first 2 have 3, and the
Remember, there's
second
just
2
two
have
each, right?
Yeah,
so
let's do each.
Little bit of a dumbing down.
Chicago and Boston. Wow, this is insane.
Did I do all that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I win. I did it first.
Santo Domingo and Guadalajara each get 1.
I picked Europe for myself because even though it would make more sense this way, I'm more excited by Europe.
Okay.
Traveled all over the U.S.
1, 2, 3, 4,
I'm more
5.
excited
So
about going
6
to
locations. 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Right?
3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1,
Yours are
1,
nice
2.
and
Check,
spread
check,
out.
check,
Look
check,
at
check,
this.
check, check. 1, 2, 2, 2. Yeah, but you have the medic.
Yes,
That's
I
going to
do.
be great for you, actually.
Once every 3 turns, though.
Oh, yeah, you got to get through 3 turns.
All right, everything is set up here, right?
And then we go first, depending on who has the largest.
No, it says
city.
for the hemispheres, you just choose who goes first.
Well, I got news for you. If I could shoot over to your board, if you brought me over with your dispatcher and if you brought my quarantine specialist to you
Right.
and move me to, say, Washington, then I would protect that whole area.
Wow, that's pretty good. Assuming we have an epidemic soon, which we
So
probably
Jesse's
will.
playing this is the thing. I
This is a
really
little
wanted
weird.
to play Europe, but the dispatcher is like my favorite character.
Well, the
And
problem is
Jesse
you've got
gets to
the
play.
pilot. That's your second favorite. So
No,
they
he's
both do
nowhere
the
near my
weird
second favorite.
flying stuff.
But I don't like Jesse playing the generalist. I usually hide the generalist, and sometimes I get to buy him, but sometimes he takes the generalist.
Well, would you like to come over and help?
Okay, so you're gonna go first.
But then what are you going to do on your first turn if I bring you over and put you there?
So actually,
Like,
I'll
you
be
got
in
nothing
blue.
to do.
I'll be in blue. I'll take one of these blue cities, and on my next turn, I'll take another blue city, and I'll have 4. So actually, that's not bad for me.
No,
I'll take it out of the archive. So yeah, I like
All right,
it.
well, I'm going to bring you over then.
Okay.
That's one action.
The
So we
quarantine
rotate.
specialist.
Uh-huh.
I mean, move me to. Well, actually, you don't even need to move me from here because I'm protecting this city and this city. It doesn't
This
help.
would do all 3 if I moved you,
No,
right?
no,
Oh,
yeah.
just adjacent or the one she's on
No,
too?
I mean it's the ones I'm touching, but I mean you don't need to move me to that city because I'm protecting the 2 outbreak situations, which is the danger, right?
True.
You
but
could
if
move me
can
up to
protect
Washington,
3, I might as
if
well.
that's what
I
you
don't
want,
have great
unless you
stuff
have
to do. No,
Okay.
because I'm going to do... So that's 2 actions, and then 3 If you are protecting
So
it.
can I make another suggestion real fast?
Yeah.
You could send one of your people to my board so you could gather up cards. You have a bit of a rainbow hand, so it's not great for you, right? Although you could kind of take a yellow or a blue since you can't take more than 1 a turn.
Now, you don't need to
Something
be
like
in
that.
Washington to take these cards.
Washington.
You can be in any blue city of your own to take these cards. This doesn't help you take cards.
Oh yeah, you're right. Send
This
me
is
back over.
just, you want to come back?
No. It's
I mean, this is just to
although
help
we
outbreaks.
I can take this out of the archive because it's the other city.
That's a confusing
It
question.
is. Yeah, I think that's true. Yeah, it matches the board you're on. I believe that's true.
I think we have to pause and look this up because I don't know the answer to that. If you're on my board,
All right.
or
Pause.
this suddenly...
That's too. Okay, quick break there.
Yeah.
Your board is my board. It doesn't say current board, so
Right.
there's a lot of little tricky things to that,
Right.
but we'll talk about that in our review. Okay, so you could do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and not move me to your board. But if you bring me to Washington, I can take Washington out of here to get a third blue card, and I think that's got some value to it.
You can take Washington just from being in a blue place. You don't need to be here. Here's why. You know what? I think you should leave here because moving the quarantine specialists to protect cities is great if you can't otherwise clean up. But otherwise, it doesn't remove anything, and I might as well do it. So I think I go 1, 2, 3, and then maybe is there a way we can put those so that I could reach them?
Well, I have the same problem reaching them here.
I'm not claiming of unfairness. I'm just saying I can't reach them. Okay, I've got one more action, and I could move someone else. I can move anyone to me, or I can move another player's pawn to a connected city. Would you like me to protect?
The quarantine specialist is going to go first, but I can grab blue out of blue. It doesn't really matter. You don't need to move anybody yet. Maybe just clean those cities.
When you treat, you get everything. I guess it doesn't really... Yeah, I got no good...
Well, I mean, you could move another player down.
I should take a thing as an action.
Oh, yes, of course. The London card.
Take the London. So then we'll both do blues.
Especially
since blues, yes. And blue is my
only
thing.
that one thing. But I'm going to take
But
Washington.
blue, like me curing blue early, especially with Medic, would be fantastic since there's so much blue. So if you could throw some blue in there, which you don't want to because you want to cure blue, that's a danger if both people going for the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, that is a severe problem because I want to take Washington.
Oh, I could take Washington.
And leave Boston?
And take...
That's yours.
What? How did there be... How are there 3 in my cup mine? Something went wrong.
No, because London was what was in here.
Oh, London. Okay.
Yeah. And it was Washington, by the way. Okay.
So I take Washington.
There you go. And that was... Good thing I remembered all that stuff.
Yes. But I could take... Okay, fine. I could take London. 2:30 a.m. That's all I can say. All right, that's my...
That's your actions?
That's
draw your cards?
Yep. Epidemic already. Well, now it would have been nice if you were protecting it. It would have saved us a lot of trouble.
It seemed like my deck was bigger.
All right, well, there's another blue. I like that part.
You're almost there. Okay, so you want to do your own epidemic?
Yep, I wouldn't mind.
I'll move that up for you.
Can you... Yeah, okay. San Francisco gets 3. Well,
I'll do this so you don't have to complain. And then you'll need to shuffle those up. Right?
Well, at least there can't be an outbreak.
That's pretty crazy that it was... Well, there can. You draw San Francisco.
San Francisco, but not a blue outbreak is what I meant. I mean, the likelihood of San Francisco is high.
That's a bit...
A little scary.
Yeah, a little scary. Well, you have Denver. You could fly right there with your generalist and then go over and clean up San Francisco.
Okay, here we go. 2 cards. Washington, pretty good, which I can't reach, and Santo Domingo.
I think you can reach it just fine, by the way.
Okay, and then these go on top.
Did you Santo Domingo? That's on closer to you? Okay, so quarantine specialist. I mean, I think I do 1, 2, 3, and then I'll take Indianapolis. How's that sound?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Just for a second.
Because you'll take London, and you'll have 4. You'll be fine.
I need this 4. Okay, that's fine.
Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm done. I draw my cards. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mobile hospital. Remember we got here. Anytime not in action, this turn move 1 cube from each city the current player drives or ferries to. I'm never a big fan of that one. I don't think it usually is very situational. Okay, now I got to draw my things here and probably not have to complain about where the cubes are. That's just a fun little jab at Jesse. And Copenhagen. Is that what that is? Is that like Copenhagen?
Yeah.
It's kind of cool that they have like
I don't know
the
why.
actual spellings. Okay, now that's your turn. Oh, and then move your thing. I forgot to do that.
Yep.
Forgot to.
Okay, so first thing I'm doing is I'm taking London, which gives me still sand at
Okay,
6.
and
now I can
we got to
cure
remember
them,
that
right?
your
And
generals
right
is
here.
it. Mm-hmm.
So that's it. Blue is now cured,
Mm-hmm.
which my medic will take good advantage of. So that was 2 actions. 1, 2. And then, I guess 3, 4. And then 1 more, huh? 3.
Okay, but first of all, it's going to take them all.
That's right.
Is that right? Does it still work the same way?
Yes.
Are we sure?
Yes.
When you treat disease?
Yes, it's in base pandemic HotZone rules.
Okay.
Yes.
As long as you're sure. So what?
So I'll probably take
before
it
you
here.
before you leave.
So it was 1, 2,
1 to
3,
cure.
1, 2,
2,
3,
3,
4,
4,
5.
Good. I like that this is like the universal rule for like clearing out a city. And that, we always do it. We're like 1. That's what we always do. We're like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
It's like the universal like pandemic language. If there was some kind of like gamers charades or something, and you were like, you know, give a card, right? There's like kind of like a cool.
All right, ready?
Yeah. Okay, that's good too, since you now have 2 and 2.
More rainbow. That's not so good.
Well, I mean, at least you have. It's 2 out of the 4, by the way, since it's a lot less.
And,
Okay. Then that's. It's a little more to remember here. San Francisco. There you go. There's your first little fun.
Outbreak. Okay. No one here, even though it looks like it is one. Okay, and that goes up, and that was the first card.
That was.
Because Santo Domingo was from the last one.
I was trying to help you, but maybe I hindered you.
Chicago.
And I'll pass it over, since you.
Okay, a little scary.
Yeah, so that was a little fun. A little bit of fun happening there. Okay, my turn. You know, the other thing is like you putting blue into the thing is a nice idea, right?
Remember, this is a rule mistake we made the first time we played. You can only access this once per turn.
Yeah.
Well,
we might not have played it wrong, but we probably played it wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna send Madrid in as a yellow.
Okay.
Since you have 2 yellows.
I like it.
Right.
The only point I will make when you're considering what to send in, I have very little reason to be in yellow, but plenty of reason to be in red. So like if I had a choice, I'd rather.
But I'm not going to send in. Well, that's a good point. But I don't think I'm going up to my red either.
Okay. All right. It can't hurt to send it in if you don't need it.
So I'm going to use the pilot to go here. And this is the pilot. This is weird that this card comes in this pack. Because the pilot skips those cities.
Can you read the power of the pilot again?
Fly to any city within 2 connections of your city. Skip any cities in between. You may take 1 other pawn with you.
And you can't move normally? Or that guy does let you move normally? That doesn't say you can't move normally like normal pandemic.
So I just realized something. Oh, that's the virologist. I'm like, if I can cure the blue with the virologist thing. Okay, so do I bring the... Yes, so I put that in. That's my first action. 2, 3, 4.
Wait, stop. You can't put a city that's not matching the exact city you're in.
Oh, you're right, yes. Boy, it's so funny the way these like...
Oh, it's like a totally different game, this Hemispheres.
All right, so 1, 2, 3, because I can use my pilot. 4.
It's really worth it that much to put Madrid in?
Absolutely, you can take it out of there. I think you can only do it once around.
Yes.
Let's fill up the archive.
It is easier to grab out of that.
Even
a good way to share. It is a good way to share.
I'm going for blue. So like later on, I could even come back to Madrid and take it out. So it's kind of like an extra hand slot.
I guess.
No, what do you think?
I still agree it was good, but this idea of coming back to Madrid just to take it out is kind of crazy.
All right, are we okay with this? Any other suggestions? Okay, Lisboa, 2, 4, 6, and Copenhagen. Okay, so I got to get rid of one of these, and I got to tell you, it's going to be this, because I think this power just sucks.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I mean, well, you could use it right now.
Yeah, but it's only good for this term. My turn's not over yet.
Oh, I see.
So it's the same thing. But I mean, like, you know, it could be useful if you were over here and you were going to go 1, 2, you know, it's not even good. If you're here, you go 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess you could.
It's pretty great.
Okay. Well, there are 2 in the thing.
You could
throw yellow. I could throw a yellow away. Plus, I'd have to go to Lisboa, which is this way. Okay.
I think throw it out and use that card as soon as you get the next good opportunity.
The other thing is I could use both of these with Virologist and just be done with blue, by the way. Okay, so that's it for me. I'm going to do this, Berlin, and London. I know I should have done those as they came out, but it's a little bit faster. Jesse?
Okay, it's the medic. So the medic could go 1, 2, can't quite get to there.
So can I make an alternate idea? You could, especially since you can take the yellow out. If you want me to play this mobile hospital, right? You could fly
here.
Fly to Phoenix, actually. 1, 2. Well, you can't if you fly to Denver. I thought you turned that down.
I thought I did too.
So if you fly to one of the others, my point is that's it.
Does that remove 1 cube from each city? The current player
drives
or ferries, so it wouldn't be the
So it'd go to
initial
Phoenix.
fly. So go and then go 1, 2, 3, and get these 3. I mean,
Well, you could actually do fly to Phoenix and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you just clean all those up. That makes sense?
yeah, that's pretty good. I think that's probably worth it, and then
I don't
get
know.
rid of this. It's worth it, I think.
Well, Chicago is. I mean, that's the only thing is that.
Well,
But
Chicago's scary too, but it's treated.
you did have
But then it's weird that the medic is over here. But still, that's pretty close. All right, I think that's what I should do. You want to fly me? I fly.
Yeah.
I fly
So
to
Phoenix,
Phoenix.
yeah.
Although
Yeah.
I do have 4, I could hold 2 more if I got 2 reds.
But there is a yellow in here. Sorry, this should be on my side. So just to easily see at any moment that that's cards that go over.
Do you have any use for this on your side? Like, what your virologist goes next? She's got enough. She's not going to be walking through things.
1, 2, 3, 4. I don't.
Oh, this was an outbreak. That means an epidemic could blow up.
Yeah, that's
okay.
why
Let's do that. Phoenix.
Okay, I'll play the mobile hospital. And you go
1,
2,
2.
and then with an action maybe get rid of the other 2, or not.
I'm trying to debate. Is it better? I guess so. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, because it's the medic and can get rid of 2 and 1. I think it makes sense. All right, ready?
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine too, because then you can take 1 yellow out and you'll be able to cure.
Okay.
Now you want your epidemic,
Not really.
or whatever.
Guadalajara and Atlanta. So there's Atlanta. There's Guadalajara.
Ready for me?
Yep.
Now I've got the virologist. So the thing is, like, I'm here, I could just cure this right now.
Why wouldn't you?
Well, because I do think that I should do that, by the way. I'm just making sure that that's the best use of those cards. The other thing is, once per turn, remove 1 cube matching the color of a card from your hand. So, I mean, just for fun, I could do that first, right? I could get rid of, like, this one is in a weird spot, isn't it? So maybe get rid of that. Is that useful or not? You're not even looking at my board.
I mean,
Should I just get rid of
you
that
have
just
no
because
3
it's far away?
threats.
Especially since blue is...
It's an action, though. It would take one of your actions.
Yeah.
You got something better to do?
So this is 2, is to cure, right?
Why
For
did you
sure.
picked up the red cards? What
Because
did
I'm
she
spending
do?
2.
Oh, 2 of another color.
Sorry, I
she's
should say
she's
one
not the one that
rediscovered,
needs
2.
one less card. It's 2
Yeah,
of any.
correct.
Okay.
So I could do this. But before I do it, I could get rid of a red or a blue cube using my other action.
I see.
I think I'll get rid of Glasgow.
Okay.
Just because it's out of the way, and I would like to... It seems like there's a lot less blue here.
Oh, that's a good point. And I could
We
outbreak
share a
blue. I
pool.
think that makes sense.
Okay, so that's 2 actions. The only bad thing is that I can't... guess what? Maybe I go here and I just pull Madrid back. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? I take it out of the archive.
Oh, good.
You like that idea?
It seems wasteful, but if you got nothing better to do, you
Gets
got no
cards in my
threats,
hand.
You could come over to my house, not with any cards. You can't.
No,
Okay.
you have to put stuff in for me to do that.
Yes, I need to start doing
Good?
that. Mm-hmm.
I was really giving the opportunity to give me some other plans, but you were like
Your
concentrating
board
on
is calm. Your board is calm.
All right, I got Helsinki and resource planning. Look at rearrange and return the top 4 cards of the player deck. So I could do yours or mine.
That's right. You're good.
But you're pretty close. You might not really need that, especially since you can go to yellow and get 1 out, right? All right, let me do this before I forget. Paris. I just had a nervous thing. Like, Did I not put the epidemics in my deck? Surely I must have.
You have made that mistake, but this is good.
All right, this one does not go out because I'm here. Paris doesn't go out.
Nice.
And Moscow. Oh, is that, yeah, Moscow?
Moscova?
I think it's supposed to, it's Moscow. That must be the, it's kind of neat actually. Gives you a little culture.
I wonder if Moscova is a different place or if it's Moscow.
It's gotta
Probably
be Moscow.
Okay. It's my turn. It's the dispatcher who can move other people.
Oh, the dispatcher.
Unfortunately, to get the yellow is not convenient for her.
Him. Doesn't really matter.
Non-binary?
Yeah. 1, 2. What? It's 1, 2 spaces to get to yellow. Then you take this out.
Oh, that's true. 1, 2.
3, 4, because you can't quite cure. Right?
But the next person will be the generalist who can. I'm still leaving Chicago at risk. I could
You
go
could fix-
1,
yeah.
2.
Since you can't cure this round anyway, what does it matter? Then don't take another card, especially since you're going to draw
I could
cards.
draw. I like that better. And this is dangerous. Okay.
And it's cured, so it just wipes out all 3.
Right. 1, 2.
Now, can I mention something
Now,
else?
she's the pilot. She could move.
She's not the. It's whatever.
The dispatcher.
They are the dispatcher.
They are the
First
dispatcher. Z is the dispatcher.
pull the medic to yourself so they're closer to that side of the board, maybe, or no? You could pull the medic to my side actually and help me clean up my board. Look, there's nothing going on.
To any other pawn city. That's just craziness. Yeah, you need some help cleaning up.
Bring it over to me. Come bring the medic over to me. So it's 1, 2, 3
Sure.
would be
I
the
mean,
medic.
because I'll still be able. I won't necessarily be able to do this. So could I get myself a yellow card now? I did 1, 2.
You cannot get one this turn.
Can't get one for this.
Yeah, and you could very easily draw one, especially since you're almost your max hand.
Absolutely true.
The other thing. Well,
Do you want reds? Because I could get to a red and put a red in for you.
I kind of like the medic coming over and helping clean up my board better.
All right, let's do that then. So I'm going to send the medic.
I mean, let's use our like we have such strength, right? Like the medic, send him over to me. We can send a quarantine, you know what I mean? Whatever the.
Sure.
So bring over. I guess the best is maybe here.
If you send me to blue, I can just walk and cure, clean up
No.
blues. Yeah.
Oh yeah, blue is.
Oh
mine.
wait, no, it's only on your board.
No, it's this one. It's whatever board you're on.
Yes, maybe.
Yeah. So come to me, and then
That
for free.
That immediately
can-
gets rid of the blues. Unless we're doing that wrong. I mean, we
No.
both.
I think we'll
cured.
do it just on your turn. I think that's how it worked in the other game. So let's just. I mean, we're.
1, 2, 3. I still got one more turn. Move
Another player's pawn. You could even
I
move my
could bring
people.
one of yours to me.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think we need to do it that
I
way.
don't think we need to do anything. She's.
Why don't you move the generalist there so she can go, pull that out, come back, and cure. And then if you happen to draw a yellow, you don't have to even. You can just cure right away.
I can't draw the yellow from a blue city.
No, I'm saying that like if you move them to the generalist to here,
1, 2,
then
3,
when
4.
you
This is
draw,
perfect.
if you draw a yellow, then you don't have to move. You just cure.
But the other thing is, if I do have to draw, I can still do it. I can still go 1, 2, 3, 4.
right.
So this is perfect.
Okay, is that it?
Yep.
Okay, draw your 2 cards. Draw 2 card. Event borrow time. Look at that. And there's your yellow. I don't even need to.
All right, but I do have to throw away one of these.
That's
Play during a
pretty-
do action step, so I
pretty great.
can't be doing this now.
No.
Current player can do 2 extra actions. So I'm going to throw away a
I
red.
think you have to, unfortunately. What? Just make sure it's the right red. It goes there, by the way.
Yes, Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. That's farther away than Denver. Whatever. All right. Do that, please.
Whatever. That's what happens when you play on easy mode. You're like, whatever.
I mean, I just wasn't gonna. argue
No,
about
I mean,
it. I would have
I
taken.
wasn't criticizing
no.
you. I was just saying, like, that's what happens when you play these games on easy mode. You're like,
Yeah.
does it really matter? Okay, but maybe I'm speaking too soon. Boston, which becomes 3, and Toronto. I gotta worry. Like, I have so many blue cards. I do have to worry about running out of blues.
Okay.
But I'm gonna go pick up a bunch of blues on your sheet, on your board.
Mine. Yeah. Okay, so I can do. Maybe I should do this now, and then that will give me the ability to maybe find the color I need sooner. What do you
Sure.
think? And then maybe that can help me to decide. So I'm going to play this one here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's my epidemic, right? And what is it? Call to mobilize. Each player may immediately do up to 2 drive and ferry. That's pretty cool. That's not necessary right now. So since there's a yellow in here, I guess it doesn't really matter. I'm going to hold off on my epidemic until you can clean up around here. So I'm going to just leave it as it is. So that's not that helpful, unfortunately. Okay. Any ideas? Maybe I'll just... I mean, you're going to do all this
I'm
for
going to
free.
take care of all those blues to the left
Right.
of me.
So... Should I go down to... You don't need yellow in the thing anymore.
I don't need anything.
But you might need red. I guess I'm going to draw a red and a yellow. Maybe I'll do 1, 2, 3.
It is helpful to put reds in there for me.
Right.
And the more if I finish it early, I can come help
This seems
you.
weird because it seems like I should remove this, but if I move here, I'm touching more cities that can't become...
You have not had an epidemic yet?
Yeah, well, I just pushed mine
Oh, that's
down.
right. That's right.
All right, so then I draw...
We did play half a game with
You okay
Greg
with this?
until we found out he didn't put
Right,
epidemic.
because it's such a weird... Because it has you set them up in a different way. and
Uh-huh.
Creatures of habit, I guess. Okay, so... Whoa, what a surprise. I had no idea.
All right.
This would be a little more surprising. Sophia and Kiev. And again, we're just moving a little faster with that. It does matter if the board gets a little crazier, but that's a little bit of a naughty thing that we're doing.
All right. So I'm going to start by curing yellow in Atlanta. These are all mine? No. There's Havana.
Yes, that's
Havana is me. But one of these is you.
New Orleans, Santa... Oh, those are all yours.
Really?
Yeah, no kidding.
Monterey, New Orleans, Santa Domingo. I guess you did put a yellow, but you didn't. Yeah, I drew it. I guess that's right. Okay, that was one action.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to get up and do this. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mm-hmm. Good.
I'm a little nervous about these yellows, but
Draw
they're
2.
furthest apart that they're not going to cause trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Don't care. Epidemic.
You got 2 and I've got nothing yet.
Oh, I could have done this. That wasn't
I
what I
don't...
was going to
doesn't
do.
need-
Okay,
I mean,
so,
there's like 4 things on your
so
board.
this could be Seattle. That was my outbreak. So if this
If
is
it's
Seattle,
Seattle, that'll make things real interesting.
Uh-huh.
Kind of hope that it was.
So 3 here.
Mm-hmm.
But now if these are all... Wait, what did I do?
I got it.
Oh, okay.
I was just helping to speed
Okay,
things
I was
along.
just afraid that I didn't,
No.
that I put them all back.
You move your thing to 3. Right?
So this could be some bit of trouble,
Yeah,
but no
you're
chain
making
reaction.
things exciting.
I think it might be time for the medic to come back.
Washington, Toronto, and Guadalajara.
Okay.
Right? Okay. Then we go to my board. Oh, you know what? Okay, so the 2 I drew didn't affect my thing. Okay, gonna go to the pilot. So I was just thinking like, hey, is there some way I could fly to your board and help you?
I think maybe my medic's not going to be helping you. He's going to fly home to help me
How's he gonna fly home?
with Atlanta.
It's not really that close to where you need to go, though, unfortunately.
Well, I could get into both of them, but it's not, yeah.
It is a bummer because it would be nicer to get to your board and do a little more interesting stuff. So maybe I'll do 1, 2. Maybe I should get the blues out of here. 1, 2, 3. Again, I mean, you know, like, hold on a second. I just realized what I should do is put a red in for you. So that's up here. So maybe 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait. So now you've got 2 that you can take out. So I would be consulting with you more, but you won't pay attention to what I'm doing. So I feel a little hurt. A little hurt, Jesse.
Well, Hemispheres does tax my bandwidth. We're playing 3 characters. Greg likes playing multiple
do.
characters with
There's
Pandemic.
an
It's not-
epidemic. Now my board is a little fuller, so I don't know.
But you've got such a large deck that you don't...
It's not as dangerous. That's true. And Lisboa actually.
These should come off, Greg. These have to come off. I'm not allowed to be in a city with a cured disease. It just gets wiped.
At any time, remove all the. But it does seem like it should be your action.
It's
though.
not. The medic.
don't you-
the
I
rules
mean-
for the medic in general pandemic are the moment they touch a city.
As an
yes,
action or as a free action?
No, if it's cured, they wipe it out.
Why, but you said this is easy mode, so let's turn it up.
No,
Turn it up.
Okay.
What do you think?
I mean, if you want to make it harder by not obeying the regular rules, that's okay.
Well, it's
But
it's
the
a
regular
gray
rules are-
area.
I don't think so. I think as soon as they touch cities,
I
they
disagree.
wipe them out.
Kiev and London. There we go. On to your turn.
All right.
I was surprised about that. I knew that was coming from the card.
So I'm gonna fly back to Atlanta.
Wait, hold on. So it's a free action, though. You can get rid of these.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not a free action. It just wipes them out. It didn't. But anyway, however you do it, it's gone. So I fly to Atlanta.
I think I'm pretty sure in base pandemic it's a free action. I don't think you can do it on another turn. This one I do read that as not saying it has to be your action.
Someone report in. Okay.
Whoop.
Now this is gone because blue is cured.
Mm-hmm.
That's one.
So that was one.
And I can
Two.
go two,
Oh, no, that
three,
was free.
4,
One.
which would wipe out all of these. I could also give myself 2 more
it's
actions
cured.
to pop myself back
Yes,
to here.
yes.
Or here.
Yeah,
That's
for
what I
sure.
did.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2, 3, 4,
It's free.
and then use
Borrow
this
time. Yeah.
to go
love it.
here.
And that's all gone. Yes. Perfect.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Oh, that is your card.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I also have this. Each player may immediately do try to draw. I even forgot about it because it's
That's
like
pretty nice, okay.
airlift.
A lot of events.
Airlift is great.
Move one.
That's good to move
thing.
people from.
You want to sell a game to Greg? Here's what the first line on the box should be. There's a character that can move other people's characters.
I do love the fire chief and the fire. Did you draw 2 cards?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so you got another red. So one thing you could have thought about, by the way, is grabbing
did- I
another
know,
red
but
card. So
there
you can
was
only do
3
one.
and 3.
Yeah, I do see the wisdom. Okay, did you do that?
No, ready?
Yeah.
Boston, Santa Domingo.
Well, why don't you do them in order?
Boston, Santa. What's funny about this is like, Greg has like 3 times taken his cards, then done it, right? And then I do it.
Well, just
He's
because
like,
you're good.
Jesse, you're not ready for this. You got to do them one at a
Well,
time.
to be fair, you did just say your
This
bandwidth
is how
not
I
good.
do it. I
Yeah.
put them out and then
Okay.
I keep my
Whatever.
ornament to it. So Boston gets 1,
Mhm.
Santa Domingo gets 1, whoops, and Atlanta gets 1. It's a little scary.
The order does
Let's
make a
go
difference in some.
Only
in some
when there's an
an
outbreak.
outbreak. Yeah. Okay, you're done.
Mm-hmm.
Back over to me. Go to the virologist. I did notice there's a difference of like one person is like, here's the archive, and the other person's like,
It's true. I'm not doing my
this.
share
You know
of
what this
that.
is right here?
What's that?
This is you. This is you sending emails to me, and this is me replying to your emails. This is like some revenge.
In fairness, I
revenge
did
on-
hit some epidemics early.
Mhm. Yeah, it took like forever. Okay, so I don't really have anything compelling to do. I would like to take this other yellow
Well, you've
out.
got a triple right near you.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, okay. Well, I don't need to go to it. I can do this even. So I'll do my virologist's action to get rid of that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then I mean, I'm going to go to Sophia just so I can take this yellow out since there's no one else that will give me yellow. In fact, I'm going to leave this. I know that seems crazy, but that
It's
only
only
touches
connected to
1.
one.
So if I go 1, 2, 3, I can take this out for 4. In
It's
fact,
funny, you're taking the cards you put in and back
yeah,
out.
that's what I keep doing. So actually what I could do is I could use this special event, right? So you go 1, 2, 3, then play this. 2, and then I could go, no, I can't do 2. Sorry. Okay. 1, 2. Do this. No. Why is that not? Because I'm going that way extra now.
You don't have to move in there. You can do your power to get rid of the yellow.
That's a very good idea. Okay. 1. Do this. 2. 3. 4, just for the heck of it. Now, each player may immediately do up to 2 driver ferry actions.
So I can do.
Although,
What is each player in this game?
can do 2. So I could actually do, it's you and I.
Uh,
So I could actually move another character as a driver
instead of
ferry.
that character? You already
But-
moved it to. You're saying if you undo your move?
But I already put that in. Yeah, I guess I'm just going to do that.
So now I can do 2 drive ferries.
2, yeah.
So I should go to a red. this
Yeah,
person's going
yes.
next.
So
That's not ideal. That
could
person
also
wants
airlift
to stay
her.
there. I could airlift with this. This is the weird rule. Like if
it's
I
a lot
move
less
my
cooperation
medic,
than the last game. And I'm not beating that as like
if I
a thing
move
about
my
the
medic,
archive.
I could wipe out stuff according to my rules. But okay, but it should be this next thing, don't you think? Like I don't pick which one. This is the next player.
No, you're a player. That's,
I know, but I don't think I can choose each three of these pawns. I think this is the thing I can control.
A player is you. You're a player.
It's true, but this is the thing that goes next.
But it says each player may immediately.
I know, but it's not made
it's
for
not
Hemispheres.
but you have no turn. It is made for Hemispheres also.
It's not made. I mean, that isn't. I'm gonna trade. You said to play it harder. Like I'm gonna read that rule as saying that this is the only one I control next.
It makes no sense,
So
but that's
it
fine.
does make sense. So I can do 2 drive ferries.
Can I see the rules?
You're not gonna find it in here. Maybe in the
The
only
player
time it
refers
would be.
to a player.
Well, that's not the question. I know it refers to me, but I don't think I control.
In Hemispheres, 2 players combine. 2 players. That's you and I.
Yeah,
You agree on
I'm
it?
the player.
And this says each player may immediately do up to 2 drive or ferry actions. Each
I know,
player
but I think
I can move any of my people. It doesn't matter.
That's not how I read it.
Why? You're the player.
But I'm the player who only
it's not
is
your turn.
pretending only this is my pawn for the next turn. Like I'm pretending that this is only this. I don't know. The Hemispheres people could write it any way they want. This is a problem when you write this print and play expansion, which has got some ambiguous parts to it.
I don't really care about this, but it is a.
I'm gonna read it as the harder version of the rule. That's how I'm gonna do it. So I think
That's absurd, but whatever. I don't really care. It doesn't matter to anything, but it does. It clearly is like if we were playing. Whatever, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. If we lose, it matters. So I think maybe I go into a red so I can take those.
That's
reds.
so far away, though.
No, right here. Or
No, I
one
mean like
space.
it doesn't because you're gonna have to go all the way back around to them before you're in that red.
Well,
So it's
but
not gonna,
this person can move other people, so like I think like she doesn't have to be anywhere.
I keep saying she.
Oh yeah, they. So I think I go here, and then I could. What was I thinking? I could fly with Dallas. Move at any time. Move 1 pawn to any. I could move. I could move and then do that. No, that's triggered now. All right, I gotta do 2. I want to take the red. I'm gonna just go to a red. I'm gonna go to this area here. I guess.
Okay. Whatever. All right, that's it for my turn. I'm drawing my. Did I draw my cards already? I forgot. Yeah, I did not draw my cards. 1, 2.
Hold on. Oh. 1, 2, 3. I can't get here. Oh, but I can airlift it. That's what I'll do. All right, that's fine.
All right.
You
So
got your
I drew my
cards?
2 cards.
And you're ready to cure yellow.
Ready to cure yellow. Here's Copenhagen, which is connected to my quarantine specialist, and Sophia, which is not connected, so it comes out. Your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna start by taking Warsaw.
You
Unless
could
there's
also
one.
shove a card in the.
Well,
thing.
if I
You
had
don't need
any
to,
other
actually.
color, I
You don't
would.
need to.
If I had any other color, I would. That was my first.
By the way, I actually could have done this no matter what. Whatever 2 cards I drew, as long as they weren't events, would allow me. That would have just been the viral. But now when I go to the quarantine specialist, I can.
Okay, I'm gonna spend this airlift to bring this person here, and I'm gonna do. So I did. One.
Is it this person's turn?
Yes. 2. No, sorry. 1 to take the red. This is free. Then 2. And then I can move other pawns.
So why don't you move the generalist towards red, so that you can pull the red out and then come over to Atlanta and cure.
Yeah, that's a fine idea. And I can move any pawn to anyone else. So I can move this guy up here where he can.
First of all, we
treat.
completely forgot the fact that like you can come to my board. This is the whole thing we did the first game. You could come to my board and give me a red that you know what I mean. That maybe we can do after you cure
Like
yours.
maybe I should have been. You should be cured. You shouldn't.
Well,
be
I mean,
using the
if you
cards for
pulled me to
yourself.
your board, I could just hand you Sophia because it's not on your board, right? Like, we completely forgot that whole thing because we didn't need to because it's too easy. Right? Okay, go ahead. All right, so that's 2 actions.
Generalist. What happened here? Where was my generalist? It was somewhere up here.
That's not a generalist, first of all.
Oh, medic.
That's
medic
your
was
medic.
somewhere here. Don't know exactly.
No, you were down here in Guadalupe.
Really?
You were. You just cleared that up. Remember, you went all this way and you cleared both of those things, but not
Yeah,
that.
you might be right.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
I'm
what I said. So I was saying this person's going to fly this person up here to help cure blues.
Whoa, hold on. Can you
God damn it.
can you move one of your people to my people?
I'm
so
happy to move my...
so
you
you
want me to
can.
move the medic again? I would move the medic and then I bring her back before she can do anything.
Why don't you move the medic to me?
I'll move the medic to you if you want.
Then I can take cards from your hand that you whenever you draw. If you draw cards that I can then take. I'm suggesting
Did we decide that was right?
Well, that's a transfer sample action. Like that, I'm 100% sure about. We had a whole
Let's
conversation.
go over there then.
Okay, so why don't
Who
you
would
come
you like
over
me to go
to
to?
the quarantine? Well, hold on a second. So, yeah, come to this space, please.
Okay. So
So I can take a red from
1,
you if I wanted to.
3, 2, 3. I've still got one more action.
Mm-hmm.
You want more people?
No. Doesn't it
I'm
make more
gonna
sense?
move-
You're not going to need cards anymore, right?
That's right.
Once you pull this red out, you have no need for cards.
Okay, I'm just going to move this person
One.
towards Atlanta.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Well, no, you need to get a red first. So move yourself towards red, which is the same direction. Doesn't matter whether you go to New York or Montreal.
Yeah. I'll go that way. I can maybe cure that.
Ready?
Mhm.
Done?
Yep.
Draw your cards. See, you have no need for that. Either of those.
San Francisco. Chicago.
It is funny you've had more epidemics than I have. And your board is cleaner. Alright, over to me.
Yep. Wait, this went in the wrong pile.
Okay. So I'm not going to take a red from you. I'm leaving you for the pilot. That's why I said go there. So 1, 2, 3, which does that. And then I'm going to go to this Paris because it touches a lot more. Oh wait, this goes to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 5. Doesn't really matter. And I don't need to send anything into the archive anymore. Actually, yeah, I don't. Kind of wasting my last action. She's not going to need to go there. I'm going to move up here just in case I have to cure this. It doesn't really matter. I'm staying where I'm at. I'm wasting an action. Isn't that nuts? You're like, I don't care. Here's a bunch of blues that I don't need, and there's a red. So we're a little bit towards red. And if I get to this one, that's 2. If you put 1 in there, maybe that'll help me out. Or pass me 1.
Or just be on the same city as me. Alright, did you do your epidemics?
No. Glasgow. I better do this the way I said to do it. Amsterdam. Okay, now your turn.
1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, I could probably do that more efficiently. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got New York, and you don't need either of these.
So you can still charter flights. So you could go.
So I give 1, 2, 3, or anywhere, and then same, but I could be in any red. And Mexico is too far away. So, but I could go 1. That's what I did. 1.
There you go.
2, and then go anywhere. I guess I want to be near this. So that's 2, 3, 4.
And then you
But
have
that doesn't
then you have
matter.
a 5th action.
This person being here is no use.
It is. You can just clear it
No.
out.
Oh, because I have a 5th action.
Yes.
Then that was perfect.
Yep. There you go.
5.
Your board's clear. Now you can come over and start passing me red cards.
Yep.
Maybe think about using this archive too. Just saying. There you go. There's a red. And what's that?
Remote treatment. Return any 2 cubes from the board to the supply. You got any dangerous
I
areas?
need it now. No.
Nope. Okay.
That.
Yep.
Miami.
Minneapolis and New York. Okay, Miami, Minneapolis, New York.
I'll let you do that and I'll start my turn. Is that okay?
Yep, that's fine.
All right. So the pilot is going to take from the medic. May I have this Minneapolis, please? Yes. That's a 1. I don't need to put anything in here. I could.
Let's just read the rules for people because it's right.
Sure.
So if there's
Transfer
another
sample.
player in your city, we're together. right?
Mhm.
You can take a city card from the other board, matching
the
your city's color.
of the city.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I've taken Minneapolis. You transfer me a sample, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now, I mean, I could even, well, I could even put one of these in so you could fly over, right? So you could fly to my board if you wanted to, just for funsies.
Mm-hmm.
Or to give me another card because, well, you'd have to draw one, right? Okay.
I could use these to go from that city to your board, though, right?
Hmm?
Like if I have an Atlanta card, I can fly from Atlanta. It's the charter flight or whatever it is. Direct flights, yeah.
I mean, it doesn't. Nothing really. I don't need to do anything. I mean, I could. Blue is the most.
The
out
next
there.
turn, by the way, is the medic on your board.
Oh, you could just walk through
I'll
1, 2,
just
3,
help clean
4.
up, yeah.
Okay, so I'll do 2, 3, 4. I don't know why that matters, but it doesn't really matter. All right. I mean, essentially, both of these characters could have wasted their last action. It wouldn't have made any difference. Okay. Okay, this is kind of
no
good
reds.
because when the sorry, this should be here. When the virologist goes, I can use these 2 for 1.
Okay, so you just need
So
one more red.
I need one more red, yeah. All right, so now we've got. This doesn't go out, but Berlin does because this is touching the quarantine specialist, who is so powerful. But it is neat because quarantine specialist and medic, the 2 of the most powerful, and they're on each side.
I wonder if they thought about that when they did it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's medic's turn. It's the orange.
Oh yeah.
You just walk through those blues.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Is that right? Yeah.
You could go either way, depending whether you wanted to end in London or Amsterdam. But you probably want to leave and stay in London, right?
So you were in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fine, I don't care.
Just because it's closer to
Doesn't really
these two. No, it doesn't.
Yeah. Okay.
And now I take 2 cards.
Well, hold on. It does matter because if I'm going to take a red from you, you're not in red anymore.
Well, it's true. Do you want to put me in
It's
a red
okay because I
location?
don't think you're going to. Whatever. That would have been the way to do it, by the way. So
Well, do it. Then don't have me clean up and put me in a red.
just leave it alone because I think you probably saw your card. Okay, well, that's good.
Doesn't help.
All right. That, right?
Oh, yeah.
A little confusing.
Okay, so it's Denver first,
Mm-hmm.
then Monterey,
Mm-hmm.
then Calgary.
Okay. Now over to me. We go to the virologist, who could do
Can she
1, 2, 3, but I need a red
still
card.
need
One more red card.
She can only replace 1 card.
Correct. Yeah, it just says 1 recorded card with any 2 other cards. I mean, I could technically, if that does sound like 1 card. It doesn't say.
Let me read it.
When you discover a cure, you may.
You replace 1 required. Yeah,
card
it's
with
not 1 per.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't have a whole lot to do. I mean,
You could come over to my board for fun.
well, this is interesting because can I get rid of a 1 cube from you?
I think you does it say your board? Your board, your hand.
Let's remove.
Yeah, you could, so you could remove one of mine, but I'm not. I don't have
No, you
any
don't care.
3s.
1, 2, 3, 4. Who cares? Never gonna get back to me again. That character again. Actually, maybe. There's my other one. I don't. Well, so I should be careful because 2, 4, 6. One of these could fly me over. Or no.
Having different colors means you can use her power to remove a cube of a different color.
Sorry, I'll just get rid of this. And epidemic. It's finally a little bit of excitement at least. And
No, the quarantine person doesn't block that.
does not block. Does not apply during the infect step
Right.
of an epidemic. But it will protect it now if it comes up again. So that's 3, right? Okay.
You know,
1.
we're in danger of then ending this game on my turn.
Well, you should have put some more cards in the darn thing.
Yes, I should have. Although I haven't drawn excess reds.
Well,
to
earlier
give
you did. That doesn't come out. And then Glasgow does come out. So we actually got a little lazy, and now I realize that, like, We've been so apathetic that we could run out of time.
I mean, surely you should, stay next to base. I mean, I've got nothing.
You could have remote
really
treated that
to
too,
do.
by the way, but that's okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so go ahead. I think you should. First of all, it's that medic's turn.
No.
Dispatcher. I think you come to my board into red. Come to where the pilot is, who's the next one to go. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So look, if you come to me, sorry,
Mhm.
and you draw a red, right?
Mhm.
I need 2 reds.
What do you mean you need 2 reds? Since when? No, you need 1 red. Oh, because you're not the virologist.
The next turn it will be, but if
I
you do,
can cure on your board, but I don't have any reds.
no,
to
it
cure
only
with.
do your board.
Oh yeah, that's right. It would only cure.
But
one.
please do send your somebody to me. I don't care who it is, or you could even jump your medic to me, but put somebody with me in red.
The thing to do might be to take the generalist who's going next. Then the next turn would be on your board.
You could just give it to me. I don't. It doesn't matter. Like I can't. Unless you draw 2 red.
Who's your next person? Pilot.
Pilot who can reach. Look, 1, 2. If you gave me, but you can't give me the cards, so I need to take a card
Right.
and then I can cure, which isn't enough. So,
So I could hop one to here.
Doesn't matter who's there. Somebody's just got to be with me on red. That's all I ask.
So it doesn't matter. That's right. It doesn't need to be my turn.
Yeah, correct.
So I move the medic to you. That's the way to do it, because that's already on your board. That's 1 action.
Mm-hmm.
Now I got 3 more. And on this person, they're not in terrible danger, but anything could go bad.
Have you drawn all 3 of your evidence? No, we both drawn just 2. So I don't know. Do whatever you want to do.
I mean, this is a weird situation.
Well, we're just waiting for me to draw this card,
That's what we're doing.
which we
True.
could have done okay with if somebody put something into the.
Well, I don't feel like I've had extras, but yes. I'm going to move. I'm going to go.
This is the
Doesn't
problem of
matter.
it doesn't really matter.
Doesn't
No,
matter.
no move is compelling right now.
Okay, well, let's just do some fun stuff then. 2, 3. No, 2, 3, 4.
What is that possibly have
I don't
anything to do with anything? Okay, what?
Choose near stuff.
Draw.
I don't know. I got
You gotta
nothing
draw
to
red.
do.
Draw some red.
Let's
Jesse.
just. If I draw red, you can take it from me.
Yes. Nope.
One Quiet Night and Epidemic.
Well, that's terrible.
That's pretty bad. All right. So first we do this. We take this.
Look at this. You said it was gonna be so easy.
New Orleans gets 3.
Yeah.
Here.
Can I make a recommendation?
One Quiet Night is my recommendation.
I was gonna say to use this to remove 2.
Oh, that's even better.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Okay, so here's 1. And you got any triple? Okay, fine. And I guess we could
Although
die
it's connected
from
to
this.
my. It's connected to my. No, so don't take it off of your board.
All right, well, let's take it off. Whatever's more likely to run out.
It doesn't matter. We're gonna run out of time. Is what we're gonna do. In fact, if there's no more red to be taken from your side, then we gotta wait for me to draw. In which case, we probably will lose.
Okay, there's that.
Yeah.
And then maybe I
Don't want to.
No, I
Who
guess
cares? Doesn't
okay.
matter. Oh, that's gotta go. I'll shuffle up.
Yeah. At least it's a big deck. So as soon as we get a red, you can. Is everyone close enough to cure?
If you had drawn at least 1 red, I could have taken it
Yeah.
from you, and then on the
Yeah.
virologist's turn, she could take it.
But no matter whose turn, as soon as you get it, your person is close enough to cure. And all I have to do is draw it.
No, I can't. I mean, I'm gonna have to go around like another couple of times
Why?
because I can't take a red from you here.
Right. Okay.
So and if I don't draw red on my turn, if I draw red on my turn, then she can cure with using the 2 extra
Right.
cards. If I don't draw a red,
Then
then
we
we
do
gotta
the same thing on my board. I have to get myself to a. I have to
multiple
get
reds
your
again.
next person to a place with me.
Well, you don't
I
have
guess
to. You
we'll
could just
figure
give
it
them
out.
it. Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
just play it while we.
I've only got 2 more turns.
This goes to 4, by the way.
Wow.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, we are gonna lose.
I could
Should
definitely.
have cooperated a
lose.
little more, Jesse.
I sent my people over to
That's
you.
true,
That
you
was
did.
my cooperation. You didn't need them.
I did. Yeah. I think that sending stuff into the archive was the thing to do.
Yeah, I have a feeling that this game, if you get the hang of sending stuff and moving the person to the other board, like you could do things much more efficiently. That it's true. I don't do it enough, and you did. You were very nice about sending.
No,
stuff
you
into
did
the
help me out on
archive.
my board, but I think either it's partly the hour maybe, but I think you're really zoned in on your own board.
Yes. Well,
You know.
it does tax my
Yeah,
bandwidth
it's
to
funny.
play this.
It's for different things. Tax or bet.
All right,
We have it
for-
differently.
Calgary,
I like the fact that you don't say the ones that you can't pronounce.
Tegucigalpa. This must be Mexico.
Obviously.
Calgary.
Actually, that's not obvious. It could be.
I believe it is
Mexico. Yeah.
Mexico. Chicago and Guadalajara. All right.
All right, my turn. It doesn't really matter because I can't. Who's the
I'll
next one to go?
go-
The generalist?
Generals, yeah. I'll go. You go. I'll go. You'll
I
go.
wish we had
I'll
airlift and you
go,
could bring the-
You'll go.
Generalist over.
It's okay. I can still travel to you. I can move the generalist and get to you. I'll just go to a city and fly directly to whoever needs me. At the end of every turn of mine,
Oh,
I'm
you
going
can
to
go
be
to
in a
Miami.
city
Wait, can
with
you
you.
charter Miami? Will that let you like?
Yeah, I can go anywhere in your board.
You're sure?
Yes.
It's just like there's nothing for me to do really. One.
The only thing you need to do is make sure this person is close enough to cure on your next turn.
I mean,
As
she's
long as
right here.
that's
She's gonna
true,
go
yeah.
one space. Right. 1, 2. Three, 4, I guess. Right, because the medic isn't going to be able to hand anything, and I'm not going to be able to take anything, so it doesn't matter. There we go. All right, there's a red. I don't need you now.
Okay, next turn.
2, 4, 6. Let's just drop these. Right.
So all we have to do is survive till your next turn.
Berlin. And Amsterdam. Okay, your turn.
I could just go to sleep.
You could one quiet night.
Generalist.
One quiet night. Just go.
1, 2.
Just
I'm just gonna do this.
Just go to sleep. Play one quiet night.
1,
Yeah, it's quicker.
2, 3, 4, 4, 5. Let's go to sleep.
Just do one quiet night,
One quiet
but
night.
draw 2 cards first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2
Now you-
reds. There's the reds.
Ridiculous. Okay, now we go to my turn. Wait, we didn't do this.
Oh, I guess we didn't.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Nothing can possibly happen. Monterey.
Toronto, Washington. If we lost, it would be all on us.
1, 2, Washington. Santo Domingo. Is that fine? Okay that I did that? This is called Greg. It's getting late and Greg wants to finish up. Okay. On my side, right? Luckily we have her. I'm going to go 1, 2. Right? And I'll do this. Wait. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Sorry. I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Done.
So a little harder than I thought, but
I think that if we had cooperated a little more, like
I think if we get the hang of cooperating, sharing cards
way.
more, it could be quicker.
let's just see how far down mine was here. Look at that. Almost at the end.
I do think this game there's just too many options.
It
We
numbs
spent
your brain.
so many. I just meant like that too. But I
Well,
think
save
like
those thoughts for the review,
I
Jesse.
know. I just thought like it's nice to give some quick thoughts after an hour-long playthrough. It's just that you could see a good third of our actions were like whatever. It doesn't make a difference. I don't care. Everyone is close to everything. I'm not in any rush to get anywhere. And I think we played it. You know, you could do much better in this game if you did more cooperation. On the other hand, we played it on easy mode. So what do you expect?
Well, a little anticlimactic for our first pandemic playthrough on the channel. A little late, a little warm in here. Maybe some of us pigeonholed on our own boards a little bit. It's like paleo.
I went to your board. My
Yeah,
medic
yeah.
spent half the game on your board. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, well, hopefully you enjoyed watching this.
You'll have to watch our review of
gonna
Hot Zone.
5 minute before you buy of the Hot Zones and Hemispheres. We're going to combine that.
That's
and then,
right.
And then we'll do, of course, our normal, exhaustive, put you to sleep, hour-long discussion.
Yeah, although
on,
I don't think we got that much to say
yeah,
about
probably.
Hot Zone. Like,
maybe it was-
spoiler,
yeah.
I don't love it.
But, well, it is a gateway game of a gateway game.
That's Greg's joke because I stole
I
that
said
from
that,
him.
and he like completely stole.
stole it from
Jesse
him.
loves stealing stuff.
That is not
Earlier today,
fair.
you stole 2 things
That
on our
is
last
not
review.
fair.
Jesse goes, what games do you think that Old Tree is like? And I'm like, I was gonna say it's like Arkham Horror Second Edition, Paleo,
I object
and
to
Legends
this.
of Andor.
I
And then we
object
get there, and he says, I'm gonna go first. And
I
then he
object
says,
to this, but I feel like we mentioned
on
those
what
games
grounds? That it's true?
No, under the grounds
It's
that
true,
before that, days before, we had already talked about Paleo. We're really rabbit holing. We're talking about our previous review that we just filmed. We should say goodnight.
Very sneaky.
All right. Good night, guys. Today on Co-op for Two, we tried the print and play expansion for. You looked at me. How else
I
do
can't even
say
look
it?
at you. You want me to go in the other room?
yeah.
Today on Call for Two, Jesse and I play the print and play. Fuck.
All right, my turn.
Did you get multiple turns?
I know, but now we're doing it differently.
Today on Call for Two, we try the scenario.
You messed it up.
Fuck that. Come on.
You did. You messed it up. You.
Today on Call for Two, Jesse and I play Hemispheres, an online scenario for Pandemic Hot Zone Europe and New York.
That's pretty good. It's
Bam,
not.
no, I got it.
No, it's first of all, it's not Hot Zone New York.
Oh, so close.